Monday. I am making a casserole to take to a dear friend of ours, and I thought that I would show you how to make it. This is chicken cordon bleu casserole. Kind of think of it like a deconstructed chicken cordon bleu. It is delicious and it is super simple to put together. And if you have any leftover ham from your Easter Sunday dinner, it's a tradition for us to have ham on Easter Sunday. I don't know why. I know a lot of people have lamb, but here in Southeast Alabama, it's traditional to have ham on Easter. So this is a great way to use up some of those leftovers. I have Annabelle and Frank out on the porch, and Annabelle is going to come in and help me in just a few minutes put this together, because I'm actually making this for her great-grandmother. And she and Christina and Frank are going to drop this off to her on their way home. Hey, Charlene. Hey, Amanda, Cheryl, Janice. It's so good to see y'all. I'll try to give you a shout out. Kathy Rutherford. Hey, girl. Okay. Now, this is, instead of chicken cordon bleu and having cheese wrapped in the center, this is a casserole, like I said, and it has a cheese sauce on it using Swiss cheese. And y'all, I'm just telling you, it is so good. It is my bonus son Brad's favorite casserole. And whenever I make him something to take home, which I often do, or drop off, I try to get him a good meal once a month at least. And this is his favorite. Now I have, I might have gotten this too hot. I've got just a saucepan. I'm using a skillet simply because it's easier for you to follow along. And by the way, the recipe is in the description, the full recipe, by the way. And here's this butter. I've got my heat a little too hot, but let's say just a good medium, maybe a little bit above medium. And I want to get that butter melted. And we're going to make a roux. So I'm using some all-purpose flour. And this happens to be White Lily all-purpose flour. It's my favorite. And I'm going to add, let's say, 2 heaping tablespoons. Now, like I said, I posted the full recipe in the description. And I'm just kind of going by memory more than anything. So if you want exact measurements, make sure you check that recipe. Now, I am just going to give this a good whisk, and I'm going to cook this for about a minute. You want to make sure that you cook your flour, even though you're going to add your liquid and you're going to continue to, let's say, bring this up to a low boil. You still want to go ahead and go through this process. If you don't, then your roux or even gravy, whatever you're making, will have just somewhat of a pasty flavor to it. And that's not happy, y'all. All right, this looks just about right. Now I'm going to start gradually pouring in some milk. There we go. You can use whole milk. You can use, 2% as I'm using. That is just fine. If you'd like, I always have a little bit of heavy cream in my refrigerator. Always, always, always. Look how this is thickening up. Ooh, yeah. And so if you want it to have a little bit of extra richness, if you're using your 2% milk like I am, you can just, not make a mess like I am, you can add a dash of that at the end when it's all said and done, and it'll add just a little extra richness and creaminess. Now I want to get these lumps out. You know, it's not supposed to do this, y'all. I didn't add it gradually enough. But they'll all come out, believe it or not. And then here we go with more. And you're going to add up to about 2.5 cups of milk. Let me get something to wipe that up with. Right here. Let me put my glasses on. Hey, Mona. Hey, sweet friend. Love you. I appreciated all of your sweet messages. Always commenting. I appreciate that so, so much. Hey, Pat. Okay. Let me see if I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit. And let me pull this a little bit. Oh, hang on. I just pulled the light out. You need to see. And so do I. So, there we go. And that light helps a lot. Cameras, unfortunately, don't always have the best lighting. Now, I'm just going to pull this close. And as it starts to come up to temperature, then it's going to start thickening up. And I'm going to push this aside after I did all of that. We'll season that here in just a minute. And let me tell you the other components of the casserole. I am using a tinfoil pan because I do not want Rose to have to do any dishes. Just want to keep an eye on that. Now, I've roasted some chicken breasts. Whenever you're using chicken breasts in a casserole, or really any kind of cooked chicken, it is always better to roast that chicken. I just drizzled a little bit of olive oil on this. I added some salt, no pepper. I'll add pepper to my recipe, but pepper has a tendency to burn. So it's kind of nice to add that on the back end, not the front end. And I roasted these for about 50 minutes, and I've been letting them rest. Now, normally I would use about 2 cups of chicken, and that is probably close to 1 breast. Now I'm going to shred this. I'm just going to take my fork. Let me see how well I can multitask. Y'all doing okay, Annabelle? You want to come in and say hey? Come on over. Come on back here. This is my sweet girl. Hey there, I got your stool. Let's see. Come closer. Come closer. Come right here. Because I don't think they can see you. Yeah, you stand where I stand. Can we see you yet? Yeah, there you are. She's in, I think. And Annabelle is going to help me with this. She's going to... Oh, y'all. All right. This is looking good.
The chicken smells good.
It does smell good. You know, next time, I didn't think about it this time because we've already just had a... No, ma'am. Don't you start barking. It's over. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's walking by with a dog. It's over. I know. At least they're walking that way instead of this way.
Well, that looks like
it does. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and stop this for a minute. Now, y'all, I have shredded a block, 16 ounces of Swiss cheese. And all that cheesy goodness is going right in. Ooh, gotta be Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looked good. We love cheese around here, especially on a burger, right? Oh yeah, that's my girl right there. All right, now I'm just gonna keep giving this a stir. And look at how all of that's melted. I know. You know what, Annabelle? You stay right there. I'm going to go ahead and get this off the heat because we have gotten it heated enough. Ooh, that was not good. All right, let's be real careful. I don't want it to pop up on you. Ooh. Oh. You keep stirring it because that bottom, I don't want that to burn. There we go. That's looking good. Let me push this out of the way, y'all. Annabelle, do you see any comments? Kathy Rutherford. Real life happens. You better believe it does. Okay. Now we have this, and I'm adding the secret ingredient. Not so secret anymore, is it? And this is Dijon mustard. And you can add up to about 2 tablespoons.
If it's secret, why are you telling the whole world?
Well, they have to make it, you know, it's a kind of a cooking class, so to speak. So, you know, if you leave out an ingredient, it's not too cool, you know what I mean? It's like your teacher trying to teach you how to spell cat, and they leave the letter A out of it. And you really just don't know enough, and then you get a little bit older and you figure it out, and you're like, wait, that's not right. Oh my gosh, let's tell them the joke we learned today. We learned a few of them.
What did the right eye say to the left eye?
What did the right eye say to the left eye? I don't know.
Something in the middle of a smell.
That's a good one. We were at the grocery store earlier. I needed some ingredients for this. I was out of broccoli. And so we went to the grocery store.
And chicken.
Yeah, and chicken.
And like a lot of other stuff.
And Swiss cheese. Like everything. Almost everything.
But yet you had mustard.
I did have mustard. I did have several other ingredients. I have flour. But when we were going out to the car, somebody had parked next to us, and they got out of the car, and they wanted the cart that we were using, which I happily gave them because I didn't have to return it. And this sweet couple said, can we tell you a couple of kids' jokes? Okay, you know, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I hope they're kids' jokes. Oh, they were, and they were so good. You want a piece of that chicken, don't you?
I'm trying hard not to take a bite.
You can take a bite. We will not tell. We will not tell. I don't know. I mean, we're not telling them. We're not telling them. Okay, we've got, no, honey. No, ma'am. I'm going to make this a little bit easier. After you roast your chicken, let it rest until it's cool enough to handle. If not, then all of your juices are just going to run out. And you want to keep them in the chicken. You want your chicken nice and juicy and not just really dry. I'm not a fan of boiled chicken.
That does look juicy.
Okay. You want it? You can have it. Go ahead and put it right there. You can go ahead and take that right there. Good job. Tell me how it is. Thumbs up. Hey, it's a winner chicken dinner. But I'm not a fan of boiled chicken.
It is a winner.
Yeah, it is a winner. All right, there we go. Even with my chicken and dumplings, I will roast my chicken. Of course, I boil it for the broth and everything, chicken, and then I add roasted chicken to it. Because unfortunately, that chicken just gets so dry. You can't almost swallow it. Okay, Now I've got the other part that makes cordon bleu, chicken cordon bleu. Can you say that?
Chicken cordon bleu?
Yep, very good. This is ham, and you're gonna add about a cup of diced ham. We did not have Easter dinner at our house yesterday. We had it at Cousin Tammy's. I hope you saw those pictures. It was just beautiful. And I did not get leftovers. It's great to not cook. I enjoyed going to a meal that I did not cook, but I miss the leftovers. The leftovers are kind of the best part. Okay, now, Annabelle, I'm gonna ask you to help me with this.
Oh, this looks so good.
I know, this is I started saying this and then I rabbit trailed off. Will you help me sprinkle this? Just kind of put it around like you said. What did you make it sound like? That it was?
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperonis on a pizza. I was telling her what we're going to do. You know what? I'm going to hit this with just a good healthy pinch of salt. Oma is 93, isn't she?
I think.
I think so too. I'm pretty sure Oma is 93.
This broccoli is so frozen.
I know. I'm glad you mentioned that. This is frozen broccoli, and I let this sit out to just get some of the liquid off of it.
To thaw out almost a little?
Almost. It doesn't have to be completely thawed, but it is going to add some liquid. You know, it's frozen. So, it's going to add a little bit of liquid to, all right, there. Oh, that's perfect. Look, y'all. Perfect. All right, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of salt. But I just set it out. You don't have to. That is definitely not a must. But it will just help the consistency.
Not a lot of salt, though.
No, not a lot of salt. Not a lot of salt. But just enough to give it some flavor. Saltiness brings out the flavors of things, but you don't want too much or it'll be overwhelming. All right, let me get a hot pad.
Bunny ears.
Bunny ears, that's right. And that's cute. Oh, you want to tell them what we did earlier? What did we do earlier? Annabelle helped me in the yard.
Oh yeah, we planted flowers.
We sure did. And what else did we plant?
Herbs.
That's right. Do you remember what we planted?
Flowers. We planted plants.
We did plant flowers. You're 100% right. We planted some things in my little herb garden. I have a flower bed in my backyard, and I've got some flowers, and then I have some fresh herbs, and I have rosemary. We planted oregano today, didn't we?
What's oregano?
It's the stuff that seasons spaghetti sauce and pizzas.
Oh yeah.
And then we planted parsley. And we planted some edible flowers. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. This smells so good.
It's kind of like that chicken spaghetti that I make you that you like so much.
That's so
Kind of. Without... Well, the only thing is about chicken spaghetti and this is that they both have broccoli, they both have chicken.
But they don't both have spaghetti.
Yeah. This, you can serve this over rice, pasta, or, you know, Jimmy likes to just eat it by himself, and then with a salad, some crusty bread. And speaking of crusty bread, this is some breadcrumbs. And what I did was I melted the butter. I used about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I melted that in the microwave, and then I just added my breadcrumbs, and then I stirred it up. And it's ready to go. Now, Oma is not feeling well right now.
Yeah.
She's got a broken arm. And I'm telling you, that lady is healthy. Her mind is as sharp and quick as it ever was. She plays bridge every week, beats everybody. She still drives. She still has a very full and active life. And she loves to cook. And often she would send Jimmy and I casseroles up until not long ago when she kind of stopped cooking a little bit. Oh, you're so beautiful. And so, you know, she can't really do a lot of that. She really doesn't want to do a lot of that anymore. So, you know what? She loves this casserole. Now, and so I am going to let her cook it. I'm going to take a Sharpie and I write the baking instructions on here. Everything in here is already cooked except that broccoli. And really, broccoli, frozen broccoli, is blanched. So, you know, it's okay. Tastes better if you cook it. But really, this just cooks until it's warm and bubbly in the center, hot and bubbly in the center. Put it in a 350-degree oven, uncover it. You're going to cook it uncovered, and then you're going to cook it for about 40 minutes, and it should be just right. Let me show you what else I got, Sweet Rose. You know, I made that bunny cake.
Bunny cake?
Yes, I didn't show you a picture of that. That's right. You've been at your dad's. So I sent pictures to your mom, and I'll show you. I made a bunny cake. Well, it's cake with rabbit ears. And I had gotten some flowers to decorate my cake with, and I had a bunch of flowers left over, and Rose loves flowers. And Rose is Rose's namesake. This is Annabelle Rose, and so her middle name is after her great-grandmother. So I had some flowers left over. I go to the Dollar Tree and I buy these little teacup or coffee cup, whatever you want to call them. They're clear glass. They're $1.25 now. Dollar Tree is now a $1.25 tree. And I am happy to pay that. So whenever I go in there, I usually pick up a few, and that way, you know, we all have glass vases sitting around and we just kind of get tired of them. Scoot over closer in this way. And so I get these, and that way, after I've made the flowers, or they're done with the flowers, they can use the cup. So I think that's pretty cool. I have some coconut cake left over. I also got them some garlic toast, and they have everything there to make a salad. So we've got their chicken cordon bleu and everything to go with it. Well, this has been fun, and your brother has been super quiet.
Surprising one.
Hey, Frank, come here.
Okay.
Come here, baby.
Kathy,
Yeah.
can I go get a sip of water?
Yes, you may. Stand right here. No, do not do that. Stand right there. Stand. There you go. All right. Look at that right there. You're about to look. See you right here?
Mm-hmm.
Are you smiling pretty? Our little Frank has had, he's got some food allergies, and so he's been working to get over that. So they're staying with Nana today, and they had a teacher's work day today. Look at you smiling so big. You know who we're taking this to?
Who?
We're taking it to Oma. Oh, look at here. Okay, Annabelle, you come right here, and we're going to close this out. You stay there. Annabelle, you come right here, because we're working in a small space. There you go. All right. Well, let's close this out. Y'all look for everybody saying, hey, Frank. Yep, Annabelle's reading your comments. Hey, y'all. Michelle, Rudy. Hey, girl. The full recipe is in the comments, and y'all, I ordered this t-shirt. I love butterflies. It's kind of becoming my new symbol, and a butterfly evolves, you know, the story going into its cocoon and then coming out and just becoming God's beautiful creation. And I feel that way about some of the things that's been going on in this life's journey. And it says, God takes broken pieces and turns them into a masterpiece. And it says, give him your pieces. I like it. What do you think?
I like it too.
Yeah, you've got bunnies. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I made mine stick up.
You made yours stick up. Isn't he talented, y'all? Well, we are going to meet Mom at 4 o'clock. They have baseball tonight, and they got to drop food off to Oma. I love you so much. You are a blessing to me. I've got some fun things coming up this week. I'll be at a farm on Wednesday, and I'll be cooking with Kenny. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be at my Aunt Nancy's in Mariana tomorrow, and she and I are going to spend some time together.
I just left us.
He did. He just abandoned us. So lots going on this week. Just keep checking my page. Well, can you close this out and look in that camera right there and say, you are a blessing.
You are a blessing.
You truly are. And so are you. I love you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I thought you loved me. I'm not feeling the love.
I love you too.
I know. All right. Look right here. Give them a good smile right here, baby girl. Oh, that's it.